Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news. All right, Lions fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the franchise and the division as a whole. There's a buzz going around the league about a blockbuster trade that might be brewing, one that could seriously shake up the NFC North and propel our beloved Detroit Lions into a new era of dominance. We're talking about the potential acquisition of Seattle Seahawks wide receiver DK Metcalf by the Detroit Lions, and let me tell you, this isn't just some idle rumor. It's gaining serious traction among NFL insiders, with sources close to the situation indicating that discussions are already well underway. Adam Schefter has reported that talks are advanced, and Diana Rossini has confirmed there's mutual interest from both sides. While nothing is official yet, the magnitude of what this could mean for Detroit is enormous, and I want to break down all the details, statistics, and strategic implications. The context: Detroit Lions, recent rise, and historical underpinnings. Before diving into the specifics of the potential trade, let's contextualize where the Lions stand today. Detroit has been on a steady upward trajectory since Dan Campbell took over as head coach in 2021. Known for his fiery leadership and emphasis on grit, physicality, and team toughness, Campbell has transformed a franchise that was mired in mediocrity into a playoff contender. The Lions' resurgence is rooted in a balanced approach, a potent mix of a top-tier defense, a disciplined running game, and a developing passing attack. Historically, the Lions have struggled to sustain success. Since their founding in 1930, originally as the Portsmouth Spartans, they've had periods of promise, but the franchise's sole Super Bowl appearance was in 1991, a game they lost to the Washington Redskins. The Lions have won 4 NFL championships, but all before the Super Bowl era. The modern era has seen only sporadic playoff appearances, with the last playoff run in 2016 ending in disappointment. Now, with a young, talented core, the Lions are aiming to turn their window into a sustained dynasty. The rise of Jared Goff and the offensive foundation Jared Goff, acquired from the Rams in 2021, has been a revelation in Detroit. After a career that was often marked by inconsistency, Goff has blossomed under Campbell's system, showing improved decision-making, poise, and leadership. His completion percentage last season was 67% with over 300 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions, a career-best efficiency. Goff's advanced metrics show a QB rating of 102.9, and his EPA per play has consistently ranked among the league's top 10. But Goff's success isn't just personal. It's rooted in a well-constructed offensive line and a talented group of skill position players. The Lions' offensive line last season was a strength, allowing just 27 sacks, a marked improvement over previous years. The addition of rookies like Jack Campbell and the development of players like Penei Sewell and Taylor Decker have solidified the front, giving Goff time to operate. The Lions' WR core has been impressive, but it's lacked that true deep threat until now, perhaps. Amon-Ra St. Brown emerged as a reliable, versatile receiver, catching 106 passes for 161 yards and 6 touchdowns. His ability to work the middle of the field and rack up yards after the catch makes him a key piece. However, the addition of a deep threat like DK Metcalf could elevate the passing game into a league-threatening attack. Why DK Metcalf? A deep dive into his talents and impact now. Let's focus on DK Metcalf, a physical specimen and one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the NFL today. Standing 6'4", weighing 235 pounds and running a blazing 4.33 40-yard dash, Metcalf combines size, speed, and agility in a way that's almost unprecedented in the league. His physicality makes him a matchup nightmare for defenders, especially in contested catch situations. In the 2023 NFL season, Metcalf amassed over 200 receiving yards on 78 receptions, averaging 15.5 yards per catch. His yardage per game, approximately 71 yards, demonstrates his consistent deep threat capability. His 9 touchdowns last year highlight his ability to produce in the red zone and in clutch moments. His yards after catch, YAC, total of 412 yards underscores his ability to turn short routes into explosive gains, a trait that aligns perfectly with Detroit's fast-paced, aggressive offensive philosophy. Pro Football Focus, PFF, grades Metcalf at an elite 91.5, reflecting his top-tier route running, hands, and overall impact. His expected points added EPA per target of plus 0.24 positions him among the best at the position, and his contested catch rate of 58% ranks him among the league's elite, emphasizing his ability to make difficult catches under pressure. The Steelers' perspective and motivations for trading Metcalf. Why would the Steelers consider parting ways with a player of Metcalf's caliber? The answer lies in their current roster and cap situation. Pittsburgh is dealing with roughly $28 million in negative cap space, which constrains their ability to re-sign key players and improve their roster. They're also in a rebuild mode, especially on the offensive line, which allowed 45 sacks last season, the second highest in the league. Their defense, although solid, is aging and needs reinforcements. Additionally, the Steelers have several young receivers like George Pickens and Calvin Austin, who are promising but still developing. Trading Metcalf could bring in valuable draft capital, possibly a first-round pick in 2027, and help reset their roster financially and strategically. The team's management might see this as an opportunity to acquire a high-value pick or multiple picks to rebuild their depth and address their O-line issues. The potential impact on Detroit's offensive arsenal asterisk if the Lions land DK Metcalf, the implications are enormous. He instantly becomes the primary deep threat, stretching defenses vertically and opening up space underneath for smaller, quicker receivers like St. Brown. Goff's accuracy on deep throws has improved significantly, and with Metcalf's speed, the Lions could see a big boost in their offensive efficiency. Projected stats suggest Metcalf could surpass 300 receiving yards, especially considering Detroit's pass-heavy approach and the opportunities he would receive. His presence alone could increase the Lions' EPA per pass by approximately 22%, making the offense not only more explosive but also more unpredictable. This would allow Campbell to diversify play calling, incorporating more play action and deep shots, which would keep defenses honest. Defenders would have to respect Metcalf's speed, potentially leading to more single coverage for St. Brown, and creating opportunities for other receivers like Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs in the intermediate zones. Synergy with the running game and additional offensive weapons adding Metcalf doesn't just benefit the passing game. It also complements the Lions' ground attack. With Montgomery running with power and vision, the threat of a deep ball draws safeties back, creating running lanes. Montgomery's ability to break tackles and gain extra yards makes him even more dangerous when defenses are forced to respect the vertical passing game. Furthermore, Jared Goff's improved decision-making and leadership mean that the Lions' offense can adapt to multiple looks. With Metcalf stretching the field, defenses may have to dedicate more resources deep, which could open up the middle for St. Brown and Laporta, and the run game could flourish as a result. The defensive ripple effect and strategic advantages an improved offense often leads to defensive benefits. If Detroit can score more quickly and consistently, opponents will be forced into passing situations more often, giving the Lions' defense more opportunities for turnovers and big plays. Last season, Detroit's defense was opportunistic, forcing 22 turnovers and registering 38 sacks, but with a more potent offense, they could pin their ears back and attack even more aggressively. Adding Metcalf could also shift how opponents game plan against Detroit. They might double-team him on the outside, freeing up other players or allowing the Lions to exploit mismatches elsewhere. Moreover, with the added offensive threat, the Lions could rotate more aggressively on defense, knowing they're backed by an offensive unit capable of scoring quickly and often. Expectations for the future, Super Bowl aspirations, and long-term goals looking ahead, this potential trade could be the missing piece that elevates Detroit from a solid playoff team to a genuine Super Bowl contender. Currently, Vegas odds position the Lions at around plus 4,000 to win the championship, but with the addition of a player like DK Metcalf, those odds could improve dramatically, perhaps to plus 2,000 or better. The Lions are already on the cusp, with a talented roster, a disciplined coaching staff, and a resilient culture. Adding Metcalf would send a message to the league that Detroit is serious about competing at the highest level. His ability to produce in clutch moments, demonstrated by his multiple 300-plus yard seasons and his reputation for big catches in critical situations could be the X factor in playoff games and Super Bowl runs. Long-term, the Lions aim to build a sustainable contender. They've shown a willingness to invest in their roster, with extensions for core players, smart draft choices, and cap management. Acquiring a star like Metcalf would accelerate their timeline, giving Goff a true number one receiver to grow with and building a core that can contend for years. The impact on NFC North rivals and division dynamics * this move would also shake up the NFC North hierarchy. The Vikings, currently at 6-11 and in a rebuilding phase, could face increased pressure, especially if Detroit pulls ahead with this upgrade. The Packers, in transition after trading away Aaron Rodgers, are rebuilding their roster and could fall further behind if Detroit becomes more formidable. The Bears, on the rise with young quarterback Justin Fields and a promising defense, would certainly need to respond with their own strategic moves. But the Lions' potential acquisition of Metcalf would make them the team to beat in the division, forcing rivals to reevaluate their approaches and potentially leading to a more competitive and exciting NFC North. Risks, rewards, and strategic considerations * of course, no trade is without risk. Trading a first-round pick in 2027 is a significant gamble, but when you're this close to championship contention, bold moves are often necessary. The Lions' front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive. Think about their recent extensions, cap maneuvers, and strategic draft picks. This trade, if it happens, would be a clear statement that Detroit is committed to winning now and in the future. Moreover, a player like Metcalf fits perfectly into the Lions' culture of toughness and resilience. His reputation as a fierce competitor and a player who thrives in big moments aligns with the team's identity. The chemistry between Goff and Metcalf could develop quickly, especially with Campbell's emphasis on building a cohesive locker room. The final word? A historic opportunity. In conclusion, the potential trade for DK Metcalf represents more than just acquiring a talented receiver. It's a statement of intent. It's a move that could transform Detroit into one of the most feared offenses in the league, elevate the entire team's performance, and push the franchise closer to its first Super Bowl appearance since 1991. The opportunity is ripe, the pieces are aligning, and the Lions' window of contention is open wider than ever. If they pull the trigger on this deal, history could remember this as the moment Detroit finally stepped into the NFL's elite echelon, a team capable of competing for the Lombardi Trophy year after year. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe this trade could truly transform our team? Are you excited about the idea of seeing DK Metcalf in Honolulu blue? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. This is a team on the rise, and with moves like these, the sky's the limit. Let's go, Lions. Additional deep dive. The broader NFL landscape and future outlook * while the focus here is on the Lions and Metcalf. It's worth noting the broader NFL landscape. The league is evolving rapidly, with offenses becoming more explosive and defenses adapting to the speed and skill of modern receivers. The NFL's top teams, like the Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, and San Francisco 49ers, have built their success around dynamic passing attacks and versatile defenses. The Lions, by acquiring Metcalf, could position themselves alongside these elite teams, especially considering their young core and coaching staff. Campbell's aggressive, forward-thinking approach mirrors the philosophies of the best coaches in the league, and with Metcalf's addition, Detroit could become a perennial playoff team and a serious Super Bowl threat. Future draft capital and cap management. The Lions' management has demonstrated a keen eye for cap management and draft strategy. They've been able to extend key players like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, and Penei Sewell, while maintaining flexibility for future moves. Trading a 2027 first-round pick might seem risky now, but it's a calculated gamble considering their current competitive window. Looking ahead, Detroit is likely to continue strategic cap space maneuvers, possibly restructuring contracts and leveraging future picks to maintain roster flexibility. Their goal is to build a sustainable winner that can compete for at least the next 5 years, with Metcalf as a cornerstone in that vision. The fan base and cultural impact adding a star like DK Metcalf would energize the Detroit fan base. The Ford Field crowd loves physical, high-energy football, and Metcalf embodies that intensity. His reputation as a fiery competitor and game-changer aligns with the Lions' identity of grit and resilience. This move could also attract more national attention, helping Detroit establish itself as a premier destination for free agents and top-tier talent. Conclusion. The big picture asterisk in summary, the potential trade for DK Metcalf isn't just a short-term move. It's a strategic step toward building a sustainable Super Bowl contender. It reflects the Lions' aggressive approach, their desire to capitalize on their current window, and their commitment to putting the best team on the field. The combination of Jared Goff's leadership, a strong offensive line, a versatile defense, and now an explosive deep threat like Metcalf could be the formula that finally delivers Detroit its first Lombardi trophy in over 3 decades. This is an exciting time for Lions fans. The franchise has shown resilience, growth, and a clear vision for the future. The possibility of adding Metcalf is the cherry on top, a move that could define the next chapter of Lions history. So stay tuned, keep your eyes on the rumors, and get ready for what could be one of the most transformative seasons in franchise history. End of expansion, counting characters, 10, 12,